Okay, I'm back with the next segment of this card. It's going to be a thank you card, I've decided. It'll look nice. I did fussy cut these out, and then I put dimensionals on the back. We'll be taking the backer off together. And then I did print this sentiment. That's going to go on the outside. I punched one label. This is an EK Success label punch. Here are the bottoms too of the cupcakes. We'll be assembling in a little bit. I wanted to punch this with you guys. So sometimes these big ones, it's just easier if I just let the table do the work instead of trying to do it myself. Oh goodness. And now that it's punched, you don't want to, again, and the nice thing is these just lock like that, and they're really flat. Stampin' Up! Makes very similar ones. So, yeah. Oh goodness. I'm sorry. I need to yawn. Alright, and I have the famous Advanced Tape Glider, or ATG as everyone calls it. It's interesting because actually for a long time lived in the town that 3M was, and you would think we could get discounts and things by having it be so close to us, but that's not the case. You had to wait like everyone else, unless you knew someone at the plant. Then sometimes maybe, I know you could get bandages and you could get different kinds of glue and stuff, and double-sided tape, obviously, but anyway, I really like this thing. I've had it for years. I got it actually on sale, a Black Friday, one of the Black Friday deals. It was probably like 6 years ago or something. I bought it, and that was relatively new to the market actually at that time. Anyway, so these are cute. Alright, and we're going to make 2 cards because, like I said, keep one and share one with a friend. It's always nice to do that. So, I have the inside picked out. It's just so that we can write, because if you have a white gel pen, it would work to write just fine in these, but not everyone has those. So, it's just nice to put a liner in. Which that's what I'm doing here. Anyway, what else? Like I said, it's Friday and it's kind of late in the evening. And I had a big day today, just with my brother, and emotionally, I think trying to recover from, I don't know, when you get bad news, sometimes it can really do you in, you know, and it's really hard to not let it consume you sometimes, and that struggle, I know there's a lot of people who, everyone at some point in their life, I know you know what I mean as far as struggle like that, but I feel really peaceful now, so I think that's a good sign. And I'm already planning, we have an open house on Sunday, and I'm making cookies and trying to make it smell like a nice home. I don't know. How many of you have memories of coming home from school and your mom baking something yummy like cookies? And that's what you came home to. My mom, she is known for her sweet tooth. She gets it from her grandma. She comes by it honestly. Not her grandma. She gets it from her mom, who maybe gets it from her grandma. I never really met my great grandma on that side of the family. So So I don't know, but yes, we would come home from school and my mom would have cookies or brownie or cake or some sort of treat ready for us. It wasn't always, but I would say at least once a week we would come home to that. It could have been more than that. Anyway, as you can see, I kind of decided I'm going with the gold plaid for a band. I think it looks good. Anyway, so yeah, the house itself is so cute, and it's a starter home, and I have many fond memories of raising my babies in that house. And I'm gonna trim this off. Anyway, oh goodness, I'm so sorry for the yawns. I haven't been sleeping well this week at all. On Tuesday we were at the house. We were working because we decided, since it was going back on the market, we had decided to do some wainscot and like a chair rail down in our basement to just kind of bring it more together. And it's very, I love it now. It's so cute. But because of that, I didn't get much sleep. Well, neither did my husband that night. I don't know. You do projects sometimes. I think my recommendation now, working on a house and having a little bit more of an understanding of what it takes to do some projects. If you say it's going to take an hour, give yourself 4 hours. I don't know. You think it's going to take half a day, give yourself at least a whole day, if not a day, 2 days, you know, depending on the project. So that was the same with this project. It did only take us an evening, but it was it was like a 5 or 6 hour project that we stayed up till very early in the morning. I think it was 2 when we left the house, so it was a long process for us. And in the end, it's worth it. Anyway, it's interesting too, now that we talk about baking, that this is the time of year most people think good food and baking and family and stuff. As far as traditions go, yes, I love the whole shebang of this time, just the anticipation. I think that's half the fun for me. So even though I said 8 weeks, to me it's not quite long enough. I know, and maybe you guys will feel that way when you're shopping and looking for things, or maybe there's some people that are watching that already have everything done as far as shopping and knowing what they're getting for their loved ones, and maybe even have them. I have a friend who, she pretty much is done with all her shopping. I'm like, I wish I was like you. Granted, we just haven't had time. So I think I'm going to pop this one up on, I have these foamy adhesives here. So I'm going to do that to both of them. Anyway, so yeah, it's not that I haven't thought about Christmas shopping. I just haven't, we're not in a space right now we don't have a whole lot of extra money, and really trying to be frugal. And so I just need to wait. Also, I'm making a bunch of my Christmas gifts this year, which is, I do normally every year make something. I for my mom or Daniel's mom. And for some of my crafty friends, I do make things too because they appreciate it a lot. But I don't know. I just need to sit down and do some, make time for them, because they're kind of more involved projects than planning, although planning can be pretty involved, or even card making. But, alright, so then I also had these doilies. I thought they would be really good to, maybe we'll go like that. What do you guys think? I think that is cute. I was going to do it on the side, but I think this makes more sense. So we'll glue those down, and we'll have some place for the cupcake to go. Alright. And I'm okay if some of the lace doesn't stick all the way down, the lace of the doily. Anyway, as you can tell, this is not something that's too hard to, you know, do in a little bit of an assembly line. And I find for myself, I think I get worried that I'm not going to have a good idea or it's not going to turn out, and so there's a lot of times I do not make 2 cards, and then when I'm done I'm like, oh, I wish I would have made 2 cards because it turned out really great. So that is it. I think I have some thin washi. I think I'm gonna use that just to hide the seam. Although, here, let me see. Stick that on. Maybe the cupcake will do it enough. Oh, look at that. Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Alright, so goodness. It's amazing how quick time goes when you're kind of under the gun. I feel like in the first one I wasn't as organized, the first part of this episode, but I definitely have gathered my thoughts and they've been more of a cohesive thing. So now we are here. I do have a trash that's close by, but I often find that with these backers, it's just easier to have a little bowl or plate or something to stick them in. And I think this one's so pretty that it's decorated on the inside. I was using it in my kitchen, but it has a little chip in it, and so it works in my crafting area now, which is fun. There's that. You're so cute, Mr. Cupcake. Okay, now I'm gonna find the other side here. Here it is. Alright. See if we can make it, guys. Alright. There. Okay, so, to bring, I mean, it's cute with the heart, and you could just leave it like this. I feel like because of the colors and because it's fall, I was telling you I wanted to make it more of a fall thing. I have these little cupcake toppers. You could use a leaf. It would work. I think I'm going to use the pumpkins, though. So, let's just see how it looks. You know, like when you go to the store and they put those cute little things on there. Maybe we'll do this one a little different. We'll put the gold one up here. How cute is that? I think it's adorable. What do you guys think? Yeah, I like that. Some might think that's a little too big for a topper. In fact, I might see if I can. I think I'm going to turn it so it's the same angle as the heart was. So it looks like it's on top of the there. And I feel like now that I look at this one, it's pretty, but I feel like it gets lost. So I'm going to replace it with an orange one as well. Alright, so I'm going to get this pumpkin on. For the most part, you see it. I guess I'll do one more segment of this because that's what I have to do with the timing of my video. So, and we'll do the inside, and then I like to line my envelopes. So, alright, I'll see you in a few.